Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Hall and I'm here with Gareth Evans of Thomson Reuters, and we're talking about the evolution of Regtech. Gareth, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Why is Regtech so important, and how is it being used in financial services?
I think Regtech is important now because for many years organisations have struggled with regulation and previous generation technologies. The struggle has always been many regulations have come across in the last 5 to 10 years and need to be applied to organisations that are far older. Previous generation technologies were simply not adaptable enough to make that bridge between static regulation and organisations. The new generations of technology help bridge that gap far better.
How does Regtech help companies meet regulatory demands?
In the first way, it informs organisations. So it informs me as an individual that might be different to you as to what I need to be doing. The second thing is that it helps us consistently approach regulation. So I could have the best process in the world on paper, but how do I make sure that's consistently applied by the many people that I rely on to make sure that I individually are compliant? And the third way is then in a more streamlined way. So streamlined in terms of a consistent view of whether we're compliant, but also streamlined in a way that ensures that we're not asking the same individuals or testing the same things for different regulatory needs when ultimately it's the same thing.
So with such a strong focus on Regtech, how do you see it evolving over the next few years?
So I think in recent terms it's around senior manager regime and similar directives across the world that now change the emphasis to the individual to be compliant. So it's now saying I as an individual need data that is dynamic and that I can manipulate to determine if I am compliant with regulation, not about a compliance function elsewhere determining if I'm compliant. I think as we go further out, of course, there's interest in artificial intelligence. I see that as a work in progress. I see it as a work in progress in particular around how we use that intelligence to digest and understand regulation, but clearly there's a lot of interest in that space. And then as we go further out, it's saying at what point will organisations be comfortable with the idea of offshoring regulation and compliance. There's been talk of that for some time, more work needs to be done. And then if we go further out still, it's saying actually will we reach a point where we can actually consolidate regulatory compliance programs between organisations when it comes to, for example, looking at third parties and whether they're compliant and the impact it has on me.
Gareth, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.